Welcome to Messy Abundance, where I read my own writing and explore what it really looks like to remember your abundance in the messy everyday. Hi, I'm Kaki Lee, a writer, wealth and share trading mentor, and intuitive energy healer. Let's get comfortable, take a breath, and dive in. This is take 3 of my I'm being called to write era. I was reflecting this morning on how blogging has played such a big part in my life since my early 20s. I started my first blog when I went to England for the Pharmacist Reciprocal Program with my then best friend. The blog was my way to share my experience with my family and friends back home in Australia and Hong Kong about living in England and travelling around Europe. It was sporadic, provided me an outlet to express myself and how I felt, but short-lived. I wanted to keep going after I returned to Perth, but it didn't last. My golden blogging era was with my second blog, a food blog called Taste Test Food Life. An homage to my love of dining out and enjoying good food, with a few random posts about life here and there. It was back in the days of Urban Spoon. Yes, I'm really showing my age now. And I was one of the top ranking food blogs, usually in the top 10. Back then, sharing what you eat wasn't as common, but it was the beginning of the post your food movement. I was invited to dine at restaurants for reviews. But when I had my first daughter, I didn't have time to scratch my bum, let alone write a food blog, even though I was still dining out all the time with a baby in tow. Taste Test Food Life fizzled out as I wasn't able to keep up. I was sad, but I also knew that era was done. When I thought I had time to scratch again, I decided to start a blog called The Cafe Mum. Yes, the intention was to blog about the cafes and restaurants I went to with my little one and share not only whether their food, ambience and service were good, but also whether it was child-friendly. I was constantly cafe and restaurant hopping with my little one anyway and thought, why don't I write about our adventures? I have to laugh at myself now for thinking that it was a good idea between working full-time in a high-demand role and solo parenting 2 weeks out of 3. What the hell was I thinking? Obviously, I thought I was Superwoman, and I really should have had all my shit together. As you can imagine, that started as an I'll post when I can to quickly becoming a let's not kid ourselves and shut this thing down kind of blog. From the Cafe Mom to now, I haven't blogged, but I still wrote. I wrote posts that are maybe way too long for my socials. And when I got the nudge to write and ignored it a few years ago, the universe delivered me a publisher to interview on my now archived podcast, The Awakened Feminine, who then offered me a place to share a story in her multi-author book. That period was a share your story with other women era. After 4 multi-author books, one of which was published under my own company. Yes, I started a publishing company to publish one book. I once again stopped writing, except for my long-form posts for social media. This time around, I got the nudge to write again for my own expression and enjoyment. Messy Abundance is attempt number 3. 3rd time's the charm, right? The first attempt was This Messy Magic Called Life. As soon as I hit publish on my first post, I went into full pressure entrepreneur mode and started looking at how I can grow my blog, how often should I write, what theme should I focus on, etc., etc. It did not feel enjoyable, so I unpublished and deleted the blog. That was in August. My second attempt was Eat Yourself, Sexy Gay. I set it up and went, no. And finally, when I got the full body yes for Messy Abundance, I just went and did it. Whilst the part of me always wants to grow things and make it better, etc., etc., I feel zero pressure, and I even decided to read my post to practice expressing with my voice. This time, I'm doing it for myself and not to perform for anyone else. If people resonate, wonderful. If they don't, that's wonderful too. This blog is for me to document and reflect on my growth and evolution. And if it helps anyone else along the way, I am honored. This is me. Take 3. You've made it to the end. Yay! Remember, you don't need to have your shit together to be abundant. I mean, who really does? Messy abundance is for you if you're ready to remember your abundance and find joy and inner peace in the messy everyday. If you're ready to unlearn, grow, evolve, play, and laugh with me through it all, stay here and hang. Now, I'd love to know, what does messy abundance look like for you right now? Leave me a comment or send me a message over at Instagram at KakiLee888. Because we need more people remembering their abundance even when life is a hot mess. This is Messy Abundance. Thanks for being here.